Well, he's a cutie pie. I might put him in Potomac. Okay, yes. Yeah, he can come right on to Potomac.
Now we got all the texts. Yes. Y'all get into this video. We're gonna go over the text messages that Evelyn had, all of them, compare those with OG's, and then we gotta talk about Evelyn making a statement about what it means to be Afro-Latina, and let me know what y'all think about it. Get into this. But before we do that, subscribe to this channel, yo. Hit that notification bell button because you don't want to miss out on a single bit of the news that we got going on right here on this very channel. Right there. Let's get into it. So here they go. The Shade Room has posted all the receipts. Now we're going to make the comparison and then you guys tell me who won the receipt battle, okay? Exhibit A for the people. This is Chad's text messages from OG. Or whatever. No, it must be Instagrams. I don't know what it is. Why they blue? Anyway, here we go. She says, Chatty, let's do lunch. Is your number still blacked out? It's been a minute. He says, you in Miami. She says, I can be by way of LA. Now this is in 2013. I can be by way of LA. Then she says, retweet, go check out LFL football star OG athlete series video on Wish app. She's dope. That was on 3/14. Now she is saying again, I'm sorry, I'm trying to read this, y'all, on my laptop. She says, I know you love football, EPL. Now, he has not responded, allegedly, okay? Allegedly. She says, I know you love football, EPL story, blah, 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 blah. Enjoy, he. Now, this is, again, in 2000. The date looked like 2014 still. So we're still back a couple of years. Dang, this go on forever. So then she says, happy Father's Day, 2014. He's like, thanks, love. You're very welcome, she responds. Enjoy your day, love. Then she says again, Happy New Year. And then again, Happy Father's Day. And then again, hola, Chatty Bear. And then again, nice seeing you today at Complex. Nice seeing you today at Complex in 2017. So every year she is wishing this man Happy Father's Day and Happy New Year. Chatty Bear. Interesting. I don't listen to somebody that, I mean, I gotta be cool with you in order for me to continue to remember all of these things and wish you Happy New Year on a solo tip. First of all, I don't even send out those messages that say Happy New Year to nobody except the people I'm really, really close to. Unless you send one to me, then I'll send one to you. But y'all get it. Y'all know I wish y'all Happy New Year anyway. I ain't gotta text it to you. Anyway, he responds in 2017 with You Too. Now, I don't really know if he giving her that much energy because these messages don't really seem that in depth. And his responses seem kind of short and cold. And then she says, please tell me you're watching the NYC versus Crew game. That's in November 7th, 2017. And she sends a smiling emoji. And then a year later, she says, send me your new number. And then he says, and this is 2018. So this is while Basketball Wives is likely filming. It was either filming or out at that point. And he says, you ain't getting me in trouble with your dude. So obviously at some point in time, he knew that she was dating somebody. Now how he had known that, unless she told him or less than maybe she had posted photos or something like that, I don't know. And then she says, LOL, it's not about that. Send it. I need to talk to you about something. And then she obviously probably sends him her number. And then she says question mark. Now, with that question mark, we can see that he might not be too responsive to this, but I can't tell if these are Twitter DMs, because I don't DM via Twitter because I barely use it. So y'all could tell me better than I could tell y'all. But they either Twitter message or iPhone messages. I can't tell. But why would she be saying send me your new number if it was iPhone? So it's got to be Twitter, okay? So then he's like, what's up? Just tell me. Obviously, he don't even want to give you your number. He must know something's fishy. Okay. And then she says it has to do with your ex. I pretty much just said you're a good dude and didn't want to comment on the situation. What situation? Was this when Tammy said something about Chad? Because this was that same year. Okay, anyway. She says, are you in LA on 5/11? No response. She says, you good? Obviously, there's no response here. Now, she then says on the 18th of May, would you be down to coin toss for my lingerie football game this Friday? VH1, Fox 11, and other networks will be in attendance. Now, to me, from these messages, I can see why Evelyn would think that she seems very thirsty. That's just saying to me. Now, guarantee, I wouldn't believe nothing this man said because, well, he beat you. I mean, he's untrustworthy at this point. Any man that beats on a woman or anybody else, to me for that matter, is untrustworthy and you are canceled in my book. So I don't even understand. Let's go back. Now I know people can change. I do. But I guess as a woman, why are you even trying to communicate with this man? You know what he do. Whatever. Okay, let's keep going. So now, OG's messages correspond with Evelyn's, except for the other text messages from back in the day where he was asking her all of this information, you know, and they were sending each other pictures and this, that, and the third. So I don't know if by later on in these later text messages, he was just over the situation and she was maybe still trying to keep it going because she was single. I really don't know. But what I do know is at the time he was in the news for just having headbutted Evelyn. If you headbutt somebody, you used to fighting that way. So in my mind, I'm like, I don't know. In my mind, I'm like, why would you even consider entertaining this man at that point? But whatever, I know it is what it is. Different strokes for different folks. Y'all let me know what y'all think about it down in the comments below. Now, I think the troublesome part is the fact that he was talking to her back in 2011, and that was really OG's trump card right there. And beyond that, even if she did seem like she was kind of chasing after him, it wouldn't matter because she had already dropped the bomb that Evelyn was the non-mother factor. And she was. So OG wins that round by default still. To me, the situation doesn't make OG look any better. I felt like it was one of those situations where the grave you dig for me, you also dig for yourself, because now you kind of put yourself out there or whatever. And I really think it's never cool to release anybody's text messages. I don't agree with that regardless. that's something that should have been just left to off to the side. Like OG should have just, Evelyn should have never printed those text messages out, and then OG wouldn't have been forced to put them out as well. I just think that the text message releasing is just never a good thing. Now, but still, let me know what y'all think about this. I still think OG won that round, but it's interesting to see both sides of the text messages because they kind of correspond, at least in terms of what we've heard. Now, I want to read you guys something that Evelyn LOZADA is saying about the origin of Puerto Rican culture, because I want to know if it makes you feel any differently about her claims about being Afro-Latina, and if you feel like she is just using this element in a convenient way since she's being called out for colorist behavior. And let me know your thoughts, okay? And it says, the origin of Puerto Rican culture. The Indian, Spanish, and African races came together on the island of Puerto Rico, contributing their blood and traditions to the formation of the Puerto Rican culture. The original inhabitants of Puerto Rico at the time of the Spanish conquest were the Taino and Carib Indian tribes. The Tainos were peaceful people, but the Caribs were warlike cannibals who had originally came from the jungles of South America. The Spanish colonists who came to the island belonged to the white or Caucasian race, a blend of various white subraces with the predominant Mediterranean characteristics of dark hair and dark eyes. They came to the island hoping to become rich because of reports of gold and rich vegetation. The third group of inhabitants of Puerto Rico were the Africans. The Spaniards initially brought in African slaves to help in their search for gold and later to work in the planting and harvesting of sugarcane. The present population of Puerto Rico can be divided roughly into three overlapping categories: whites, blacks, and a large variety of types representing mixtures of Indian, Spanish, and blacks. Now, Spaniards and blacks. Now it says when a Hispanic person says they are Afro-Latina, they are not talking about African American, they are talking about being of African descent, as in if you run in our bloodline, it will trace back to Africa. And you guys can correct me if I'm wrong, with OG being Nigerian. I want this whole race thing to die down a little bit. Because they're both of, it's to me, it's so difficult to talk about race, nationality, heritage on television, because people and what they identify by, I cannot control. But I want to know what you guys think in light of hearing this. Do you think that, does this sway you more towards what she is saying? Or do you think that she still exhibits, maybe not racist, but colorist behavior? I saw someone write that in the comments and I was like, oh, okay, maybe I can see that. Racist, maybe not, but colorist. Interesting. That's probably a more accurate term for what we're seeing. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This conversation is very interesting to me. Just to see the various ways in which it's possibly playing out on this show. I'm interested to know what you guys think about it. So let me drop a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts, and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys in the next video.